various political leaders for collaboration that we had in preparation and conduct of these elections. Personally, we also greatly recognize the vital role that the media play or has played in sensitizing the public on these elections, and also all our activities that we have conducted this far. The media is very critical in this very room, actually, as they help us to reach out endured long hours, sleepless nights, and intense pressure to ensure that every stage of the electoral process was handled diligently with professionalism. Your dedication to work went beyond the ordinary call of duty to all registered voters for turning up to vote. And that is the ultimate love a member of the society can show in this democratic dispensation. Ladies and gentlemen, the last 8 days have been race against time. It was not easy, but also carefully balancing act between speed and accuracy. The law requires that the Commission declare presidential results within 8 days after polling. And I'm proud, very proud, to report that we have worked tirelessly, day and night, to ensure that the Constitution requirement is met. I know most of you were worried because we are having our press briefings to report to you at 10 p.m., 11 p.m., but it's because we are working hard to make sure that we deliver our constitutional duty to the nation and everyone that is interested in the electoral process. It is now, ladies and gentlemen, my pleasure. Some of you do not know the people that are in front of you. Some of you have sharp eyes, maybe you have read their names, but I will mention them. We have Commissioner Dr. Rimbikani Sarah Kamulongera, Commissioner Dr. Emmanuel Fabiano, Commissioner Caroline Mfune, Commissioner Reverend Philip Kambulile, Commissioner Richard Chapwetega, Commissioner Harry Kanjewe. It is now my singular honor to invite the chairperson of the Malawi Electoral Commission, Justice Annabel Manja, to make results announcement and to make a declaration speech. Thank you, Honorable Chair, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, and have a good evening.
Thank you very much, CEO. I thought we were going to clap for the staff of make. Observer missions, some are still with us, some have since had to go back, senior government officials, and of course the commissioners for the Malawi Electoral Commission and distinguished staff of the Malawi Electoral Commission led by the CEO and our two DCOs. Good evening. We are here this evening to complete the process that started 5 years ago when we commenced our electoral cycle. Today we come this evening to present the results of our elections that we had on 16th September. The Commission has completed the verification of the results and consideration of the queries and complaints that were logged after the elections. We needed to do that before pronouncing ourselves on the elections. We finished the task of determination yesterday, but we needed to ensure that everything is in place before coming before you tonight. And here we are. Before we get to the results themselves, allow us to walk through the process briefly. You will recall that we had our nomination of candidates and the campaign period before we got to the actual polling itself. You will recall that we had our nomination period, which ran from 10th of June to 30th of July. A total of 23 nomination papers were collected upon payment of a non-refundable fee of 10 million kwacha. Out of the 23 nomination papers, 3 withdrew before submission of their papers, but 20 of those managed to present their papers, as we also right here at the BICC. After vetting of the nomination papers, the Commission approved 17 candidates to have met the requirements of the law, and these are the candidates that you saw on our presidential ballot. Our campaign period ran from 14th July and closed on 14th of September. Pausing here, the Commission wishes to commend all candidates and political parties for conducting themselves in a generally peaceful manner, but also observing the code of conduct which they subscribed to at the presentation of their papers. We also pause to commend every Malawian who maintained peace and calm during the campaign period. We believe that the tone that was set during the campaign period transcended through to polling, even to where we are now. And it is our sincere hope that we will also continue to walk in the same peace and calm that has characterized the spirit of Malawi. In terms of voting and counting, we also want to commend every Malawian, eligible Malawian, who turned up first of all to register and then to cast their vote on 16 September. You will recall that we had 7,203,390 registered voters, out of which 3,088,670 were male and 4,114,720 were female. Congratulations to all the females. A total of 5,502,982 turned out to cast their vote on 16th September. In terms of this number, we had 4,690,314 who were verified using the biometric voter verification and identification devices that we placed at every polling station, having introduced this technology to assist us to bring to life the principle of one person, one vote. However, taking cognizance of the fact that not everyone could be identified using the devices, either on account of the challenges with their fingerprints or challenges with their devices themselves, or indeed any issues, we also made provision for people to be identified using the manual register, which was also in use. And when you look at the statistics, you see that the final voter turnout is higher than the number that were identified using the devices. But the Commission had explained and informed the nation that we'll be using both the device and the manual physical register. We also wish to commend all Malawians, particularly those who came out to cast their vote, and also to commend the entire nation for patiently waiting for the results. We know that 8 days is a long time. Everyone is anxious to know the outcome of the polling on the same day, but we are truly grateful to the nation for waiting patiently as we went about our duty to ensure we verify the results before announcing the same. Elections, as we all know, are very critical and very serious business. They set the democratic agenda and leadership of the country. Therefore, it was our duty and responsibility to ensure that the processes that we have command the confidence and trust of the entire nation. The Commission is not only responsible for preparing the results, but also to ensure that the results are credible, and also that every grievance and complaint has been duly addressed before declaring the results. Now we have resolved all the issues, or we have responded to all the complaints, and we are here now to finalize the process in as far as the presidential election is concerned. Allow us now to talk about the review of void votes. In accordance with Section 96(2) of the Presidential, Parliamentary and Local Government Elections Act, the Commission is supposed to examine votes that have been classified as void at the polling stations and to affirm or correct the decisions made by presiding officers. However, in terms of the law, the vetting of void votes is only required where the number of void votes or such that have been classified as void votes may have an effect of changing the outcome of the election. For this election, ladies and gentlemen, the Commission recorded a total number of 155,225 void votes. This number cannot have any bearing on the UTM pattern. As required under the law, the complaints have been considered and the issues that were raised were comprehensively reviewed by the Commission, and we have since provided our responses in writing to the complainants. The decisions taken on each and every complaint has been recorded in the record of the determination of the results, which will be published tonight in the Gazette as required by law. Allow us to speak briefly on the swearing in of the President and the President and Vice President-elect. Before we declare the results, we would like to speak about one important issue regarding the swearing in of the President and Vice President-elect. We need to state that this is not within the mandate of MEC, but other relevant government officers in terms of our legal framework. In terms of Section 81, subsection 3 of the Constitution, a person elected to be President or first Vice President shall not be sworn into office until after the expiry of 7 days, but before the expiry of 30 days from the date the election result is declared. Therefore, the President and Vice President-elect cannot be sworn into office before the lapse of 7 days of today and not later than 30 days from today. But as to the processes thereof, it will be the relevant government officers and branch that will be responsible. We should also mention that our task is not only to determine the presidential election, but also the results for the parliamentary and local government elections. And in that regard, after the declaration of the result tonight, the Commission will continue sitting here to consider and make determinations on the parliamentary and local government election results and declare the winners. According to the legal framework, we have 14 days for the parliamentary election and 21 days for the local government elections, but time started running on the 16th. So essentially we have 1 week for the parliamentary and 1 week for the local government elections left. In the same manner that we have approached the presidential election results, we will be announcing the parliamentary and local government election results when we complete determination council by council. You will recall, ladies and gentlemen, that we had several councils remaining where we had not announced the results thereof. Allow us now to go into that component. We'll start with Karonga. For Karonga District Council, thank you, Richard. For Karonga District had a total of 122,430 registered voters, a total of 83,916 turned up for voting, representing 68.5%. There were 2,364 void votes, representing 2.8%. There were 81,552 valid votes. Ndipo mavota amenewa aenda motere ku Karonga. Dr. Joyce Hilda Banda, People's Party, 5,249 votes. Togozani Manyika Banda, 669 votes. Akwame Bandawe Anyamata Atsikana Azimai, 617 votes. Dr. Lazarus McCarthy Chakwera, Malawi Congress Party, 19,072 votes. Kamuzu Shiwambo, People's Transformation Party, 444 votes. Adiu James Chilungo, Independent, 163 votes. Cosmas Felix Chipojola, Independent, 174 votes. Dr. Dalitso Kabambe, UTM, 6,867 votes. Atupele Austin Muluzi, United Democratic Front, 824 votes. Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, Democratic Progressive Party, 45,525 votes. Punziro Mvura, Independent, 129 votes. Frank Tumpale Mwenifumbo, National Development Party, 1,332 votes. Dr. Kondwani Nankoma, People's Development Party, 75 votes. Jordan Sauti, Patriotic Citizens Party, 47 votes. Smart Mulumbe Swira, Independent, 71 votes. Millward Tobias, Independent, 29 votes. Dr. Michael Biswick Usi Ojazake Alibe Mlandu, 265 votes. Tsopano tipite ku Kasungu. Kumeneku amene analembetsa nkaundulatu wa voti 345,041. Ndipo anthu okwanira 236,250 ndi amene anatuluka ukaponya voti yawo imene inali 68.5%. Mavoti osavomerezeka anali 7,515 imene inali 3.2%. Ndipo amene ana mavoti ovomerezeka anali 228,735 ndipo ayenda motere. Dr. Joyce Hilda Banda, People's Party, 5,008 votes. Tokozani Manyika Banda, 1,241 votes. Akwame Bandawe Anyamata Atsikana Azimai, 2,636 votes. Dr. Lazarus McCarthy Chakwera, Malawi Congress Party, 160,210 votes. Kamuzu Shiwambo, People's Transformation Party, 803 votes. Adiu James Chilungo, Independent, 365 votes. Cosmas Felix Chipojola, Independent, 313 votes. Dr. Dalitso Kabambe, UTM, 5,015 votes. Atupele Austin Muluzi, UDF, 1,082. Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, DPP, 50,182. Punziro Mvula, Independent, 186. Frank Tumpale Mwenifumbo, NDP, 169 votes. Dr. Kondwani Nankhumwa, PDP, 415 votes. Jordan Sauti, PCP, 220 votes. Smart Mulumbe Swira, Independent, 70 votes. Milward Tobias, Independent, 89 votes. Dr. Michael Biswick Usi Ojazaki Alibe Mlandu, 731 votes. Tsopano tipite ku Nchinji. Kumeneku anthu amene analembetsa kaundula wa voti anali 252,605 ndipo amene anatuluka kukaponya voti yawo 176,840 imene inali 70%. Mavoti osavomerezeka anali 6,154 imene inali 3.5%. Mavoti ovomerezeka anali 170,686 ndipo ayenda motere. Dr. Joyce Hilda Banda, PP, 2,384. Thokozani Manyika Banda, Independent, 1,270 votes. Akwame Bandawe Nyamata Atsikana Azimai, 2,538 votes. Dr. Lazarus Makathe Chakwera, MCP, 126,187 votes. Kamuzu Chiwambo Petra, 710. Adil James Chilongo, Independent, 290. Cosmas Felix Chipojola, Independent, 334. Dr. Dalitso Kabambe, UTM, 4,294. Atubele Austin Muluzi, UDF, 1,162. Professor Arthur Peter Mutarika, DPP, 30,160. Punzilo Mvula, Independent, 215 votes. Frank Tumpale Mwenefombo, NDP, 140 votes. Dr. Kondwani Nankhumwa, PDP, 354 votes. Jordan Sauti, PCP, 98 votes. Smart Mulumbe Swira, Independent, 55 votes. Milward Tobias, Independent, 119 votes. Dr. Michael Biswick Usi Ojazaki Alibe Mlandu, 376 votes. Tsopano tipite ku Dedza. Kumeneku amene analembetsa kaundula wa voti anali 335,183 ndipo amene anatuluka kukaponya voti yawo anali 256,038 imene inali 72.1%. Mavoti osavomerezeka anali 10,610 imene inali 4.1%. Ndipo mavoti ovomerezeka anali 245,428 ndipo ayenda motere. Dr. Joyce Hilda Banda, PP, 3,334 votes. Thokozani Manyika Banda, Independent, 2,354 votes. Akwame Bandawe Anyamata Atsikana Azimai, 5,996 votes. Dr. Lazarus Makathe Chakwera, MCP, 169,710 votes. Kamuzu Chiwambo Petra, 1,525 votes. Adil James Chilungo, Independent, 669 votes. Cosmas Felix Chipojola, Independent, 815 votes. Dr. Dalitso Kabambe, UTM, 5,035 votes. Atubele Austin Muluzi, UDF, 8,040 votes. Professor Arthur Peter Mutarika, DPP, 44,576 votes. Punzilo Mvula, Independent, 357 votes. Frank Tumpale Mwenefombo, NDP, 272 votes. Dr. Kondwani Nankhumwa, PDP, 306 votes. Jordan Sauti, PCP, 170 votes. Smart Mulumbe Swira, Independent, 139 votes. Milward Tobias, 192 votes. Dr. Michael Biswick Usi Ojazaki Alibe Mlandu, 1,938 votes. Tsono tipite ku Nchewu. Kumeneku amene analembetsa kaundula wa voti anali 172,874 ndipo amene anatuluka kuponya voti yawo anali 140,727 imene inali 81.4%. Mavoti osavomerezeka 3,706 imene inali 2.6%. ndipo mavoti ovomerezeka anali 137,021 ndipo ayenda motere: Dr. Joyce Hilda Banda PP 954 votes, Thokozani Manyika Banda Independent 480 votes, Akwame Bandawe Anyamata Atsikana Azimai 561 votes, Dr. Lazarus Makathe Chakwera MCP 9,095 votes, Kamuzu Chiwambo Petra 453 votes, Adil James Chilungo Independent 256 votes, Cosmas Felix Chipojola Independent 342 votes, Dr. Dalito Kabambe UTM 14,291 votes, Atupele Austin Muluzi UDF 2,015 votes, Professor Arthur Peter Mutarika DPP 107,432 votes, Punzilo Mvula Independent 320 votes, Frank Tumpale Mwenifumbo NDP 119 votes, Dr. Kondwani Nankumwa PDP 145 votes, Jordan Sauti PCP 59 votes, Smart Mulumbe Swira Independent 60 votes, Miwa Tobias Independent 68 votes, Dr. Michael Biswick Usi Ojazaki Alibe Mulandu 371 votes. Tsopano tipite ku Machinga. Kumeneku amene analembetsa nkaundula wa voti anali 410,603, amene anatuluka kudzaponya voti yawo anali 316,871, imene inali 77.2%. Mavoti osavomerezeka anali 10,466, imene inali 3.3%. Amene mavoti ovomerezeka 306,405, ndipo ayenda motere: Dr. Joyce Hilda Banda PP 3,712 votes, Thokozani Manyika Banda Independent 1,218 votes, Akwame Bandawe Anyamata Atsikana Azimai 1,099 votes, Dr. Lazarus Makathe Chakwera MCP 10,080 votes, Kamuzu Chiwambo People's Transformation Party 1,176 votes, Adil James Chilongo Independent 830 votes, Cosmas Felix Chipojola Independent 600 votes, Dr. Dalito Kabambe UTM 5,020 votes, Atupele Austin Muluzi UDF 23,091 votes, Professor Arthur Peter Mutarika DPP 257,098 votes, Punzilo Mvula Independent 978 votes, Frank Tumpale Mwenifumbo NDP 264 votes, Dr. Kondwani Nankumwa PDP 255 votes, Jordan Sauti PCP 126 votes, Smart Mulumbe Swira Independent 93 votes, Miwa Tobias Independent 127 votes, Dr. Michael Biswick Usi Ojazaki Alibe Mulandu 638 votes. Blantyre District. Blantyre District Council kunali anthu okwanira 166,739 amene analembetsa nkaundula wa voti, ndipo amene anakaponya voti yawo mwa anthu amenewa anali 138,086, imene inali 82.8%. Mavoti osavomerezeka anali 3,106, imene inali 2.2%, ndipo mavoti ovomerezeka anali 134,980, amene ayenda motere: Dr. Joyce Hilda Banda PP 687 votes, Thokozani Manyika Banda Independent 297 votes, Akwame Bandawe Anyamata Atsikana Azimai 262 votes, Dr. Lazarus Makathe Chakwera MCP 5,002 votes, Kamuzu Chiwambo Petra 236 votes, Adil James Chilungo Independent 137 votes, Cosmas Felix Chipojola Independent 136 votes, Dr. Dalito Kabambe UTM 5,158 votes, Atupele Austin Muluzi, UDF, 3,568 votes. Professor Arthur Peter Mutarika, DPP, 118,691 votes. Punziro Mvula, Independent, 277 votes. Frank Tumpale Mwenifumbo, NDP, 56 votes. Dr. Kondwani Nankuma, PDP, 89 votes. Jordan Sauti, PCP, 53 votes. Smart Mulumbe Swira, Independent, 29 votes. Milward Tobias, Independent, 23 votes. Dr. Michael Biswick Usi Ojazaki Alibe Mlandu, 279 votes. Palombe. Ku Palombe, amene analembetsa nkaundula wa voti anali 170,605. Ndipo amene anatuluka kukaponya voti yawo anali 143,912, imene inali 84.4%. Mavoti osavomerezeka anali 2,161, imene inali 1.5%. Mavoti ovomerezeka anali 141,751, amene ayenda motere. Dr. Joyce Hilda Banda, PP, 548 votes. Tokozani Manyika Banda, Independent, 246 votes. Akwame Bandawe Anyamata Atsikana Azimai, 242 votes. Dr. Lazarus Makathe Chakwera Malawi Congress Party, 2,305 votes. Kamuzu Shiwambo Petra, 182 votes. Adil James Chilongo, Independent, 148 votes. Cosmas Felix Chipojola, Independent, 126 votes. Dr. Dalitso Kabambe, UTM, 950 votes. Atupele Austin Muluzi, UDF, 2,032 votes. Professor Arthur Peter Mutarika, TPP, 134,205 votes. Punziro Mvula, Independent, 348 votes. Frank Tumpale Mwenifumbo, NDP, 77 votes. Dr. Kondwani Nankuma, People's Development Party, 132 votes. Jordan Sauti, PCP, 24 votes. Smart Mulumbe Swira, Independent, 20 votes. Milward Tobias, Independent, 37 votes. Dr. Michael Biswick Usi Ojazaki Alibe Mlandu, 129 votes. Tipite tsopano ku Mangochi Municipality. Kumeneku amene analembetsa nkaundula wa voti anali 37,840. Ndipo anthu okwana 28,443 ndi amene anatuluka kudzaponya voti yawo, imene inali 75.2%. Mavoti osavomerezeka anali 563, imene inali 2%. Mavoti ovomerezeka anali 27,880, amene ayenda motere. Dr. Joyce Hilda Banda, PP, 173 votes. Tokozani Manyika Banda, Independent, 38 votes. Akwame Bandawe Anyamata Atsikana Azimai, 28 votes. Dr. Lazarus Makathe Chakwera, MCP, 1,290 votes. Kamuzu Chiwambo Petra, 30 votes. Adel James Chilongo, 80 votes. Cosmas Felix Chipojola, Independent, 20 votes. Dr. Dalitso Kabambe, UTM, 880 votes. Atupele Austin Muluzi, UDF, 3,069 votes. Professor Arthur Peter Mutarika, DPP, 22,113 votes. Punziro Mvula, Independent, 55 votes. Frank Tumpale Mwenifumbo, NDP, 16 votes. Dr. Kondwani Nankuma, PDP, 6 votes. Jordan Sauti, PCP, 2 votes. Smart Mulumbe Swira, Independent, 7 votes. Milward Tobias, Independent, 2 votes. Dr. Michael Biswick Usi Ojazaki Alibe Mlandu, 71 votes. Tibwere tsopano ku Lilongwe District Council. Kumeneku anthu amene analembetsa nkaundula analipo 826,779, ndipo anthu okwana 617,030 ndi amene anatuluka kuponya voti yawo, imene inali 74.6%. Mavoti osavomerezeka anali 22,545, imene inali 3.7%, ndipo mavoti ovomerezeka anali 594,485, amene ayenda motere. Dr. Joyce Hilda Banda, PP, 5,362 votes. Thokozani Manyika Banda, Independent, 3,426 votes. Akwame Bandawe Anyamata Atsikana Azimai, 9,066 votes. Dr. Lazarus Makathe Chakwera, MCP, 511,625 votes. Kamuzu Chiwambo, 2,000. Kamuzu Chiwambo Petra, 2,879 votes. Adeo James Chilungo, Independent, 876 votes. Cosmas Felix Chipojola, Independent, 1,089 votes. Dr. Dalito Kabambe, UTM, 8,459 votes. Atupele Austin Muluzi, UDF, 1,816 votes. Professor Arthur Peter Mutarika, DPP, 45,477 votes. Punziro Mvula, 444 votes. Frank Tumpale Mwenefumbo, National Development Party, 341 votes. Dr. Kondwani Nankhumwa, People's Development Party, 660 votes. Jordan Saudi, PCP, 258 votes. Smart Mulumbe Swira, Independent, 165 votes. Millward Tobias, Independent, 311 votes. And Dr. Michael Biswick Usi Ojazaki Alibe Mlandu, 2,231 votes. Tsopano tipite ku Chiladzulu. Kumeneku amene analembetsa kaundula wa voti anali 146,878, ndipo amene anatuluka kudzaponya voti anali 127,545, imene inali 86.8%. Mavoti osavomerezeka anali 2,522, imene inali 2%. Mavoti ovomerezeka anali 125,023, ndipo ayenda motere. Dr. Joyce Hilda Banda, PP, 519 votes. Thokozani Manyika Banda, Independent, 205 votes. Akwame Bandawe Anyamata Atsikana Azimai, 206 votes. Dr. Lazarus Makathe Chakwera, MCP, 2,116 votes. Kamuzu Chiwambo Petra, 151 votes. Adeo James Chilungo, Independent, 168 votes. Cosmas Felix Chipojola, Independent, 151 votes. Dr. Dalito Kabambe, UTM, 1,834 votes. Atupele Austin Muluzi, UDF, 1,919 votes. Professor Arthur Peter Mutarika, DPP, 117,098 votes. Punziro Mvula, Independent, 285 votes. Frank Tumpale Mwenefumbo, National Development Party, 63 votes. Dr. Kondwani Nankhumwa, PDP, 68 votes. Jordan Sauti, PCP, 29 votes. Smart Mulumbe Swira, Independent, 26 votes. Millward Tobias, Independent, 21 votes. Dr. Michael Biswick Usi Ojazake Alibe Mlandu, 164 votes. Nkatabe. Ku Nkatabe District Council amene analembetsa kaundula wa voti analipo 107,406, ndipo anthu okwanira 72,776 ndi amene anatuluka kukaponya voti yawo, imene inali 67.8%. Mavoti osavomerezeka anali 1,968, imene inali 2.7%, ndipo mavoti ovomerezeka anali 70,808, ndipo amenewa ayenda motere. Dr. Joyce Hilda Banda, PP, 5,041 votes. Thokozani Manyika Banda, independent, 387 votes. Akwame Bandawe Anyamata Atsikana Azimai, 488 votes. Dr. Lazarus Makathe Chakwera, MCP, 15,903 votes. Kamuzu Chiwambo Petra, 261 votes. Adeo James Chilungo, independent, 87 votes. Cosmas Felix Chipojola, independent, 166 votes. Dr. Dalito Kabambe, UTM, 6,946 votes. Atupele Austin Muluzi, UDF, 845 votes. Professor Arthur Peter Mutarika, DPP, 39,813 votes. Punziro Mvula, independent, 90 votes. Frank Tumpale Mwenifumbo, NDP, 70 votes. Dr. Kondwani Nankumwa, PDP, 143 votes. Jordan Sauti, PCP, 28 votes. Smart Mulumbe Swira, independent, 22 votes. Muwat Tobias, independent, 27 votes. Dr. Michael Biswick Usi Ojazake Alibe Mlando, 491 votes. Pamenepa ndi pamene tamalizira ma konsolo athu mene mavoti tawerengera. Tinafotokozera kuti chisankho chathu chinachitika ma polling station 15,148 ndipo anthu amene anabwera kuzaponya voti nafotokoza kuti anali 5,502,982 imene inali 76.4% ya iwo amene analembetsa kaundula wathu wa voti, ndipo mavoti athu osavomerezeka anali 155,225 imene inali 2.8%. Tifotokoze kuti zotsatira zathu timawerengetsera ndi voti imene kandidati wina aliyense wapeza. Ifeyo timangowerengera kuti mavotiwo ayenda motani malingana ndi mmene anthu aponyera voti. Cholinga ndicho kuti liwu la wina aliyense lithe kuyankhula ndi voti yake, ndipo ndi voti imene imalunjika kuti chisankho chathu chayenda motani. Ndiye tikaphatikizira zonse zimene takhala tikuwerengera kuchokera pa tsiku lija tinayamba kulusa zotsatira zathu kufika lero, mavoti ovomerezeka analipo 5,347,757 ndipo mavoti amenewa ayenda motere. Dr. Joyce Hilda Banda, People's Party, apeza mavoti 86,106 imene inali 1.6% of the total valid votes. Thokozani Manyika Banda, independent, apeza mavoti okwanira 22,614 imene inali 0.4%. Akwame Bandawe Anyamata Atsikana Azimai apeza mavoti okwanira 40,052 imene inali 0.7%. Dr. Lazarus Makathe Chakwera Malawi Congress Party apeza mavoti okwanira 1,765,170 imene inali 33.0%. Kamuzu Chiwambo People's Transformation Party apeza mavoti okwanira 17,274 imene inali 0.3%. Adeo James Chilungo, independent, apeza mavoti okwana 8,462 imene inali 0.2%. Cosmas Felix Chipojola, independent, apeza mavoti okwanira 8,638 imene inali 0.2%. Dr. Dalito Kabambe achipani cha UTM apeza mavoti okwanira 211,413 imene inali 4%. Atupele Austin Muluzi achipani cha UDF apeza mavoti okwanira 102,744 imene inali 1.9%. Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika achipani cha DPP apeza mavoti okwana 3,035,249 imene inali 56.8%. Aphunziro Mvula a Independent apeza mavoti okwana 9,378 imene inali 0.2%. Frankie Tumpale Mwenifumbo achipani cha NDP apeza mavoti okwanira 5,354 imene inali 0.1%. Dr. Kondwani Nankhumwa achipani cha People's Development Party amenewa apeza mavoti okwanira 12,251 imene inali 0.2%. Jordan Sauti a Patriotic Citizens Party apeza mavoti okwanira 2,196 imene inali 0.04%. Smart Mulumbe Swira a Independent apeza mavoti okwanira 1,848 imene inali 0.0%. Miwa Tobias a Independent amenewa apeza mavoti okwanira 2,086 imene inali 0.04%. Dr. Michael Biswick Usi oja zake alibe mlandu anapeza mavoti okwanira 16,922 imene inali 0.3%. Timafuna titsimikizire mtundu wa Malawi kuti Commission inawunikira ndondomeko yonse malingana ndi malamulo, ndipo mukuona kwathu ndi kuwunikira kwathu taona kuti chisankhochi chinayenda bwino. The assessment of the Commission is that the presidential election was free and fair, and that the results are a true reflection of the people of Malawi as envisaged under Section 12 of the Constitution of the Republic of Malawi. Tisanapite patsogolo, we wish to extend our gratitude to all election observers who participated in this election and have continued to observe the election. We are grateful for your presence and the work that you have done, both the long-term observers and the short-term observers. In accordance with the Code of Conduct for Election Observers, the Commission is expecting to receive from every mission comprehensive reviews of the election so that these may form part of the record of the lessons and guidance and recommendations for future legal and operational reforms. On behalf of the entire Commission, I wish to extend my heartfelt congratulations to the President-elect and the Vice President-elect. You have been elected by the people of Malawi to lead them into a brighter future. You have been bestowed with a heavy responsibility of leading the development agenda of the nation for the next 5 years. We urge you to work and to perform your best, and not to betray the trust and confidence of the people of Malawi who have elected you as their president and vice president. M'malo mwa bungwe la Malawi Electoral Commission, tifunire zabwino iwo amene asankhidwa ngati a president komanso a vice president awo. Mwasankhidwa ndi anthu nzika za dziko la Malawi kuti mwatsogolere ku tsogolo labwino. Mwapatsidwa udindo waukulu kuti mutsogolere dziko ili kuti chitukuko chathu chipite patsogolo mu zaka 5 zimene zikubwerazi. Kupempha kwathu kwa ife ku Malawi Electoral Commission ndikuti mugwira ntchito yanu mochilimika komanso moyenerera kuti anthu amene akudalirani pokusankhani pa chisankho ichi simwakhumudwitsa koma mukalimbikitsa kuti muwalamulira malingana ndi malamulo komanso malingana ndi kufuna kwawo. Kwa iwo amene sanapambane pa chisankho ichi, kunena kwathu kuti ichi ndi chisankho chimene Amalawi achita, chilandireni momvelera. Tinafotokoza kuti chisankho ndi mpikisano, kumakhala ena opambana ena osapambana. We urge all of you, our candidates who have not made it this time, to accept the results with grace and with generosity. Kupempha kwathu ndikoti mupitiriza to play your part in building Malawi into a greater nation. The Commission wishes to extend its gratitude to all the candidates who have conceded their defeat. Iyi ndiye democracy chifukwa Code of Conduct yathu inapempha kuti kwa iwo amene sapambana pa chisankho ichi adzavomereze zotsatira ndipo ngati pangakhale vuto adzagwiritse ntchito njira zimene zilipo pa malamulo kupita ku mabwalo a milandu. Tithokoza Malawi onse chifukwa chosunga bata ndi mtendere mu nthawi iyi. Malawi wathu ndi mmodzi, takhala tikunena choncho, ndiye kupempha kwathu is that we continue to maintain peace and calm. Amene tikusangalala tiyeni tisangalale osati monyoza ena, tiyeni tisangalale momangirira dziko lathu. To every Malawian, we wish to say that what binds us together is the fact that we all are Malawians and we are much stronger than all that separates us. Let us all work together to save our country and to give our future generations a better, stronger and prosperous Malawi. Let us maintain peace and public order following the declaration of these results. And now, ladies and gentlemen, by the powers vested in me, by Section 80, subsection 2 of the Constitution, as read with Section 95, subsection 6A of the Presidential, Parliamentary and Government Elections Act, I, Justice Annabel Ntalemanja, hereby declare candidate Professor Arthur Peter Mutarika I declare candidate Professor Arthur Peter Mutarika as the President-elect of and Justice Dr. Jane Maemu Ansah AC retired as the President and Vice President-elect of the Republic of Malawi following the September 25 presidential general
Thank you for the grace and that you showered upon us.